Kim Snyder here from Sync to CRM, and I was just working on some video ads, and dawned on me that there are a couple of things about video ads that are either unique or obscure that can be gotchas when you're putting them together, and it occurred to me that they would make a pretty good blog post. So I want to share those 5 with you. The first one is that when you are creating your video, you need to do something to get their attention to turn up their speakers. And I'll show you what I mean. So this is the news feed. And if I scroll down, you are going to see that here is my video, and that it starts to play when it comes into view. However, what it does not do is there's no volume, and so you want to do something like that to get people's attention. And like all things, you're definitely going to want to test that. In this case, this was a video that I had created for use elsewhere, and so the easiest thing to do was to just put that flashing red scroll bar on the bottom. Some people wave their arms or use crawling text. Like all things, it's different for different audiences. You have to find what works for you, but you probably want to do something, because unless and until they click on this, there is no volume and they can't hear you. So that is point number 1. Point number 2 is this also has to do with when you're making your video. You do not want to include the typical intro and outro on your video. Now, you may be wondering, what is an intro and outro? Here's an example. This is ScreenFlow, which is what I use to do my videos. And this is the video down here that you were just looking at in the Facebook news feed. But typically when you would do this video, or at least I would, when I would do this video for somewhere else other than a Facebook ad, I would add something like this at the beginning and the end, which is what we call an intro or outro. Now, you're not going to be able to hear it, I don't think, but there's some nice music behind it. It goes for about 10 seconds and it gets you out of the video. The same thing coming in. Now, why would you not want to include the video intro or outro? Well, it's very simple. When you are running a video ad, the first thing is, if you choose, rather than reach, if you choose video views as the way that they're going to charge you, then they charge you after someone watches the first 3 seconds. So if your first 3 to 5 seconds is an intro, you may lose somebody and pay for it before they click off, before they've ever even seen any content from you. So, but more importantly, it's on the outro. And the reason is actually our point number 3, which is that when you include a call to action on a video, and I'll show you what that looks like. This right here is the call to action. And it says learn more, and when you click on it, it takes you to our website. And of course, this is a tracking link. It's got UTM codes, etc., so that when they get there, we can track what campaign they came from and so forth. The point being that the call to action on a video is different than the typical little button that we expect on most ad types. And in this case, they do not see it until the very end of the video. So again, if you have a 10-second outro, or even a 3 or 4 second outro, because again, if you look at the numbers, the percentage of people who watch all the way to the end of your video is fairly small anyway. So if they get to the end and then all of a sudden a title slide and music pops up like this, chances are they're going to click done before they ever actually get to your call to action. So that is another reason why you definitely do not want to have an intro outro. Just get in, get out. Don't get fancy. If you want to do that like on your website like I do, that's fine. But here is not the place for it. Okay, the next point is, again, related to this call to action right here. If you want to include a call to action, it's of course optional, but if you want one on your video, then you must create the video in the Power Editor. It is not available right now in the ad manager. Yes, you can make a video ad, but the call to action button is only available in the Power Editor. Quickly take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so I am editing my slide in the Power Editor, and you can see down here, right here is the call to action button, as well as the link that you want to take them to when they click. Must do this in the Power Editor. And then that brings us to the final point, which is right here. This is the title slide to the actual video that I am showing. This is the title slide embedded in the video, and right here they're giving me a number of video thumbnails to choose from. Now these green ones are not going to make very good thumbnails. This is the thumbnail. It's what you see before it starts playing. And the problem is that this image that's already in the video, particularly because in this case I did not create the video specifically for an ad, it's something that I am repurposing in a lot of different places, you'll notice that there is no way that is going to meet the 20% text requirements, there now you can see it a little bit better, in an ad. And I've seen a number of posts in various forums where someone will say, I can't use video ads because my title slide does not meet the 20% text requirements. But I want you to notice here, you've got this custom image, which you can select. That is how I have got this as my thumbnail, which does meet the 20% text requirements, as opposed to this, which obviously does not. I simply selected image, I uploaded the one that I wanted, and it made it the thumbnail. So to get around the 20% text requirement on the title slide, which does apply to videos as well, you're going to want to probably upload a custom image in order to do that. So that's it for me for this quick video. I hope you found this helpful. More information about our Sync to CRM software, which syncs automatically your Infusionsoft and Facebook ad data, as well as our courses. You can get that always at sync2crm.com. There is my contact information if I can help you with anything. And as always, go forth and conquer.